Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Falls Count Anywhere. Here on the Rhode Island Broadcasting Network, Erik Dunn here. This time at home, Bridgewater, Massachusetts. Not at the Alvar Library this time. Um, I will be back there next week, however. But uh, yeah, this is going to be a very different show for you this week. There is going to be no commercial break, and I'm going to go for about 20 minutes straight max because I with the information I have and the stories to give you are going to get right to the point and not take up so much of your time. So this will be a little bit more of a shorter show. Raw and SmackDown results, WrestleMania 40 update, and a John Cena and even a Brock Lesnar update. So break it all down and I'll explain it for you throughout our time together. So with that being said, I'd like to inform all of you this time that this broadcast of False Count Anywhere is the exclusive property of Erik Dunn Productions, Ron Rigo, and Rhode Island Broadcast. For the private use of our audience, any publication, reuse, or redistribution by anyone, it's not prohibited. It's given the express consent to be shared, and is greatly appreciated. And also, every Wednesday at 5, we are live here on Facebook, X, YouTube, and Twitch. You can also find us on Google, Amazon, Red Circle, TuneIn, and Podbean podcasts. Buy me a coffee at RI Broadcasting. Follow us on our YouTube channel, our Facebook, and our Instagrams as well. And also follow us also as well on Facebook and on YouTube to help us grow this channel and to help us grow this company. Also follow us on Kick as we're trying to get that up and running as well. So definitely stay tuned for all that, guys. Want to make sure I express this to you as well, that looking at the calendar that I have currently right now in front of me, WrestleMania is in 24 days. WrestleMania is in 24 days. And it's going to be huge right now for WWE. And, I kind of want to just kind of get out of the way. Like, it's not really like that significant, but it's kind of there. So, the SmackDown results from Friday night, I mean, like, all in all, wasn't really too bad. I think the two highlights for me was the ending segment with Rock, Roman, Cody, and Seth. But the beginning one, the United States champion Logan Paul announced that his hydration drink company Prime is going to be the center ring logo branded for all premium live events starting at WrestleMania. The deal was struck earlier on in the week, and it was a lot of money on this deal too. And I found that very impressive to share. And I actually want to make sure I actually got the chance to actually talk about that because it's definitely something very historic for WWE because they struck a record-setting global partnership with the first ever ring mat branding. So it will be the unprecedented exposure and integration within key WWE assets such as pre-live events and WrestleMania, also as well as Money in the Bank. But also last year in January, this was about maybe 14 months ago, UFC struck a global partnership with Prime that features a number of branded interrogations and entitlements, including the official hydration drink of the UFC and the official partner of the UFC Performance Institute. And earlier this year, TKO brought together the global partnerships teams at WWE and UFC to form a singular global partnerships unit with a unified sponsorship strategy. And basically from Triple H, the WWE CCO, the Chief Content Officer, stated, "What Logan and his team have built in just a short amount of time is phenomenal. We're excited to help showcase Prime Hydration across our biggest events. Combining two of my greatest achievements into one knocking out partnership is a dream come true," said Logan Paul, the co-founder. we've worked incredibly hard at Prime to build a brand that disrupts the beverage industry, and it's time to join forces with the global leader in sports entertainment. Thank you to everyone on both sides who have played an important role in bringing Prime Hydration to the ring. With bold, thirst-quenching flavors to help refresh, replenish, and refuel, Prime's hydration goal is to create a drink that can fuel any lifestyle. Available in a range of flavors like orange, grape, ice pop, blue raspberry, lemon lime, and tropical punch, each drink comes with an added nutritional benefits to complementary taste. It has a coconut water base and boasts BCAA to aid muscle recovery, B vitamins, antioxidants, and electrolytes. Okay, kind of like an ad on that there. Not trying to sound like an ad, but sorry. Yeah. Well, I don't think he bought a championship. I mean, this was before the deal was struck. I mean, this was months ago. So, I mean, I can't really say that, but maybe some people will look at it that way. Um, and so that was the beginning of SmackDown, and then the end of it was the segment with Rock, Roman, Seth, and Cody. Seth got some time in on the microphone and just obliterated Rock at the end of his promo. And then Cody got blasted by Rock because he was doing some banter on his family, called him a mistake because he was born 20 years younger than his siblings. He actually slapped Rock right so badly, right in the face. I found a couple videos on YouTube from fans playing that back, and you could hear the slap from the nosebleeds. It was echoed. Like, when I tell you how echoing that was, I actually couldn't believe how loud that boom was. Like, I couldn't believe how loud that slap was. And on top of that slap, I thought that was huge for Cody to actually get the opportunity to do that back at Rock. Because as far as I'm concerned, Rock had that coming. Like, Rock had that coming after what he did in Vegas last month. And what came out of that was that a match has been confirmed for WrestleMania, which I'm going to get into in just a minute. And that was the SmackDown. The Raw results from this past Monday night had a six-man gauntlet match to officially determine who would challenge Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. It came down to the final two that I picked. Chad Gable or Sami Zayn. They were the last two to fight for that, right? To be the number one contender. And I was so happy that I got that match. So I want to dive into that right now and actually tell you about that. So the winner of this one was Sami Zayn. And Sami will finally get a chance to dethrone Gunther's historic reign. So by the time WrestleMania rolls around, the Ring General would have ruled as IC champion for 664 days, bulldozing everyone in his path, defeating the likes of Jey Uso, Chad Gable, Sheamus, and Drew McIntyre, to just name a few. Thus far, not many challengers have come close to taking away his title, but Zayn, a former IC champion, will hope to become the first. Zayn had to go through 5 of the very best Raw stars to earn the chance, overcoming Bronson Reed, JD McDonough, Ricochet, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Chad Gable in a 6-man gauntlet match. Zayn and the Ring General have faced off once in the past in a one-on-one encounter inside WWE's confinements, with Gunther earning the victory. But however, the IC title was not on the line during that match. Can Zayn make back-to-back WrestleMania history after dethroning the Usos' historic tag team title reign a year ago with KO Kevin Owens, or will the Ring General stay undefeated at WrestleMania? So that was that one. But this one has been confirmed. And it is the main event for Night 1's WrestleMania. So for Night 1 WrestleMania, we have the main event. The Rock and Reigns versus Cody and Seth. So, at the Showcase of the Immortals, the American Nightmare and back-to-back Royal Rumble winner Cody Rhodes and the World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins will go head-to-head with Dwayne The Rock Johnson and the undisputed WWE Champion Roman Reigns in a match with huge WrestleMania implications. The road to WrestleMania becomes more evident that it has increasingly been intense with each passing week. So with the high stakes match, this was the response for by The Rock, who issued a counter proposal after denying the one-on-one with Cody. These are the stipulations. If Cody and Seth emerge victorious in this match, the bloodline will be barred from ringside when Cody faces Roman the following night on WrestleMania Sunday for the undisputed WWE Championship. But however, if the head of the table and the most electrifying man in all of entertainment wins, it's bloodline rules, which is anything goes. It's basically, in their words, it's basically no holds barred. If you want to look at it in simpler format, because the biggest thing with bloodline rules is it means that anything goes. It's basically like no holds barred or no disqualification. And The Rock, being a majority shareholder on the TKO board, which owns WWE, thinks he can overrun Triple H's authority. He threatened to Cody that the story would tragically end for him if he does not win against Reigns on WrestleMania Sunday. He will never get another opportunity to be WWE champion again. And that might also mean even if Reigns loses it. So, as far as I'm concerned, this is Cody's time to get this title and run with it. But however, more unified than ever and convinced that the future of WWE depends on them and putting the bloodline in check, Rhodes and Rollins journeyed to SmackDown on Friday night to accept the challenge. Bloodline banned or bloodline rules for Reigns versus Rhodes. So we will find that out. Honestly, that's the major updates I got ready for you right now for WrestleMania. 3 weeks from tonight, and mark this down, 3 weeks from tonight is the WrestleMania preview. And I'll be going over the whole card and all my predictions as well. So the major updates for Raw and SmackDown is done for you there. I now have an update on Cena. So everyone's been asking the question, is Cena going to maybe show up at WrestleMania? Here's the update that I have from him that came out officially this morning about Cena. With WWE's biggest event of the year just a few weeks away, John Cena's involvement in the two-night extravaganza is still a big question. The C Nation leader recently appeared on the Drew Barrymore show, where he spoke on various topics and shed light on his status for this year's WrestleMania. Speaking about his involvement at the show of shows, Cena humorously said that he has not yet received an invitation and was waiting for it. Moreover, he's added he does not have a prom date and furtively hinted at his free schedule during the yearly spectacle. But although the 16-time world champion did not clearly mention anything, he hilariously said he would have to keep eating chocolate bars to find a golden ticket to WrestleMania. This is kind of like I'm waiting for my invite. Unfortunately, it's like I don't have a prom date, so I have no one to go to prom with. So I haven't been asked to go yet. But that's all right. And that's okay. I'm very excited that you're going, Drew Barrymore. Dwayne, The Rock, I'm very excited that you're going. I have not yet found a golden ticket in my chocolate bar, so I guess I gotta keep eating them until I find it. Also, on top of that, the champ also expressed his elation to see WrestleMania have its 40th edition. It remains to be seen whether he finds himself a spot at the biggest spectacle in sports entertainment this year. He also hinted that yet maybe one more championship run before he's done. But he was asked, what was his favorite championship run? And Cena's answer left everyone startled, as the Chain Gang leader hinted that he had one more in him. He said, I'm crossing my fingers to say the next one. And that's what he hopes for, the next one. And Cena is hoping to plan to have yet another historic title run before drawing down the curtains on his legendary career. Could Cena have one more chance to be champion with WWE on a full-time basis before he is officially gone? Let's not forget, he's going to retire by 50. So we can only hope. And then finally, the beast incarnate Brock Lesnar. WWE is apparently making moves to bring him back. Another update that came out this morning. WWE may not have closed the door on Lesnar after all. WWE is apparently making moves to bring the 10-time world champion back to the company after an extended absence. Because what a 180 that would be. Lesnar was later identified as a previously unnamed WWE star referenced in a sex trafficking lawsuit filed against WWE and Vince. When Lesnar's name surfaced, WWE took several measures to distance itself from the former UFC star despite having significant creative plans in place. WWE pulled Lesnar from a planned appearance in the Royal Rumble, replacing him with NXT call-up Braun Breaker, and as a result, WWE also scrapped the planned WrestleMania Dream match against Gunther for the Intercontinental title, who slated to put it on the line against Sami Zayn. The company made even more efforts to distance itself from Lesnar, removing him from the cover of WWE 2K24 Special 40 Years of WrestleMania Edition, as well as WWE 2K Supercard. WWE also significantly downplayed his role in WrestleMania in 2K24, making him playable only in the game's showcase mode. Despite WWE scrubbing Lesnar from numerous platforms, he was recently added back to WWE's roster page, prompting widespread speculation he could be returning to the company as an active performer, perhaps even in time for WrestleMania 40. Just last month, however, Lesnar was removed from all creative plans, with multiple reports indicating that WWE had no plans to insert him back into the mix. Lesnar has been one of the WWE highest paid superstars, along the likes of Roman Reigns and more recently CM Punk over the last several years. He's feuded with some of the toppest names in the company, with lengthy rivalries with Reigns and Cody. For more than a decade, WWE has used Lesnar as a special attraction who appeared infrequently on Raw and SmackDown. It became the norm for him to disappear for month-long stretches and then return, only to be inserted into a world title or main event program. His never-ending push as a top star was often a point of contention among the WWE and wrestling fans who wanted Lesnar to appear more frequently. But when it comes to Lesnar, the risk of focusing so heavily on a seldomly seen part-time star, much less one caught up in a scandal that has cast a black cloud over WWE, is no longer worth the reward of brief rating spikes or dream matches. So WWE has been able to distance itself from Vince and is loaded with one of the most star-studded assembles of talent in the history of this company. Bringing back Lesnar, no matter how talented he is an unnecessary action that seems less likely with Triple H running WWE's creative process. Simply put, is Lesnar not needed? So why have him return where there's so many questions to be unanswered about this problem, about his past and his future? After all, the belief within some of WWE's circles that Lesnar will never return. And let's be honest, that's the way it should be. Someone said that, but that's not what I'm going to say. So, in plain English, so this comment, WWE is messing up big time. They're making quick decisions without thinking on both ends. Hang on. Lesnar is not brought back to the company yet. If I look at this correctly, Lesnar might be brought back after WrestleMania or during it. He might come back as a surprise on the event of WrestleMania. If I had it my way, he's not going to be on Raw or SmackDown until WrestleMania. WrestleMania, if he shows up, great. If not, it'll be the Raw or SmackDown after. I guarantee you, I'm hoping that we get Lesnar to come back. It's got to be for the right reasons. Because, don't forget, it was him and Gunther for the IC title. That plan went just because of that. But with Lesnar, I'm confident that they can right the wrong, but it's got to be done properly. We'll see what they're going to do about Lesnar. But, guys, with that being said, next week's broadcast Another update about Cena, Lesnar, if I have any more. SmackDown and Raw results as well. Any more WrestleMania updates I'll have for you as well. Um, but yeah, I mean, we're making the push to WrestleMania, guys. We're making it right there and right then and there. So that being said, on behalf of Rodrigo and all of us at Rhode Island Broadcasting, this is Erik Dunn saying so long and thank you from my home in Bridgewater, Massachusetts. This has been a presentation of False Count Anywhere here on Rhode Island Broadcasting Network. See you guys next Wednesday at 5. We'll be doing this all over again. Thank you all so much for watching and listening.